Hey, what is up, guys? Joseph here, and this is a video that two of my good friends know them, love them or hate them. Noah and Darius from Scooter Tube Scooge. They've been talking to me about doing this. And I don't know. It's one of those things where I didn't. I don't think I have that big of a collection compared to some other people. And then again, some compared to other people, I do have a big collection. So it's just one of those things. I just wanted to try and build it up a little more before I do this, if I ended up doing this. And the main reason why I'm doing this is in case you guys want me to do a review of whatever movie. If you guys want me to do a review of any movies that I show today or a show, I do have a complete series collection. If you guys want me to do a review of any of the media content that I talk about, a show, whatever, let me comment down below and let me know, and I'll get started on that as soon as I can. That being said, go ahead and get into this little video. Clockwork Orange, Monster Calls, A Quiet Place, It's Addams Family, The Aristocats, The Avengers, Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, Bad Times at the El Royale. I haven't seen this movie, but I've heard that it was very underrated in the year, when did this thing come out? 2018? Yeah, 2018. So Bad Times at El Royale, haven't seen, heard a lot of good things about it, so I saw it for cheap, decided to get it, check it out. I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Batman Begins. Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition. The 25th anniversary of Beauty and the Beast, the animated movie. Beauty and the Beast, 2017. I do actually like this movie. I know some people have problems with it being shot for shot and problems with the CGI, with the Beast, and all of this kind of stuff. CGI with the Beast, I understand. My opinions with the Disney live action adaptations, and I've said this once before, I know. If they do what they should do with these things, pay respect to the original, but add to the mythology and the story, I'm fine with all these live action adaptations. The ones that I don't like are the ones that either are literally a shot for shot with nothing really adding to it, like Lion King, or ones that take the story and just ruin it, like Maleficent. And as far as I can remember, it's been years since I've seen Alice in Wonderland. But as long as they do the original, but add to the story with Belle's parents, with how nobody in the village knew about, like, how the curse affected everybody in the surrounding area, where Lumiere's family and friends, and Cogsworth's family and friends, and Mrs. Potts, and all of these other people in the movie, how their family and friends never even, like, what happened to so and so? What happened to this person? What happened to that person? And instead, with this, it explains how the curse affected everybody and once the curse is lifted, all of Lumiere and Cogsworth and all their family and friends come back, and it's a big reunion of everybody. I really enjoyed Beauty and the Beast 2017. Nowhere near as perfect as the original animated movie. Do not get me wrong. Nowhere near it. I almost hit my daggone other monitor. Nowhere near it. It pales in comparison. But as far as live action adaptations, it's one of the better ones. Birds of Prey. Now, this movie I had bought for a pretty low price before I had actually seen it, so I saw it for the first time with this Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray. And yeah, I'm glad I got it for a pretty good deal. Ooh, cause I like Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Uh, but other than that, I don't have any interest in watching it again. Blade Runner, the final cut. I'll be honest, I've only seen this movie one time. I don't know which version I saw. I honestly don't know. There's like a crap ton of versions of versions of this movie. Excuse me. So I don't know which one I saw. I don't know if it was this one, if it was the theatrical, if it was the director's cut, if it was I don't. There's so many daggone versions of this movie. Uh, it's not even funny. But Blade Runner, the one that I saw, anyways, um, it was good. I liked it. It didn't really live up to the hype, but I did like it. So, Blazing Saddles. Haven't actually seen this movie. Heard a lot of good things about it. Mel Brooks, Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor. It's just one of those movies I've heard great things about it. I just haven't gotten around to watching it. Bone Tomahawk. Boyhood. Breakfast Club. The 30th anniversary edition. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Changeling. Christopher Robin. Chronicle. Chronicles of Narnia: The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Now, if you guys are familiar with the Scooge, Clue, I love it. I know Noah a little. As far as I remember, he'll roast me a little bit, but I mean, I love Clue. I could not have this movie. The Conjuring. Conjuring 2. Cool Hand Luke. Haven't gotten around to watching it. It's supposedly one of the best movies of all time, so I got it for a pretty good deal. Haven't gotten around to watching it. Heard many good things about it. So, a very underrated movie that came out in 2016, Crimson Peak. I don't even know what to say about this movie at this point. I've already gone on record several times with saying this is overrated, but I still like the movie. Uh, Even though somebody, I'm not going to name any names, uh, I like this movie. I mean, the only perfect thing about this movie is Heath Ledger, but I mean, the movie overall, I still enjoy. Dark Knight Rises, a double feature of Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead and George Romero's Land of the Dead. Deepwater Horizon, The Departed, Dirty Dancing, the 30th anniversary edition. Django Unchained. Doctor Sleep. Don't Breathe. Edge of 17. Fast and the Furious 6. Fox and the Hound. Ooh, this is a very, 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 very underrated movie in Disney's catalog. I don't know why it's not as acclaimed as some others. But this movie, man, it's oh yeah, as the Fox and the Hound and Fox and the Hound 2, which you can see. Well, you can see in my camera a little reflection back in there. Fox and the Hound 2, which it has like in little font, which I didn't realize when I bought it. Fox and the Hound 2. Don't even talk about it. But Fox and the Hound, it's very underrated, and oh man, it just one of the most realistic depictions of childhood friendships. Full Metal Jacket, Furious 7, one of the most overrated movies of recent memory. I do like it. Get Out. And I'm sure most of you are telling me to get out because I just said it was overrated, but I mean, I've only seen it once. So maybe if I see it again, maybe I'll like it more. But that one time, I would not have nominated this thing for Best Picture. Still a good movie. I'm not saying it's a bad movie or anything, but I don't know, just people were overhyping it. Glass. Godzilla 2014. Gone Girl. Gone with the Wind. Goodfellas. Green Book. Green Mile. The first rated R movie that I had ever seen in my entire life was either this or Saving Private Ryan. I don't remember which one I saw first, but I know they were around the same time. And this movie, it was the gateway to a lot. I'm not gonna say all of them, but a lot of the movies that I love today. Because of this movie and Saving Private Ryan, both of them, that's when I started going into all these critically acclaimed movies, that you see in AFI Top 100, IMDb Top 250, all of those kinds of movies. It was because of this one and Saving Private Ryan. A little insight, I guess. But Green Mile just. Oh man, I don't remember how old I was. I was probably 12, 11 or 12 when I first saw this movie. And I've seen it like four or five times since then. And this just emotional. Oh boy. Now this one I know Noah's gonna lose his mind on this one. Grown Ups. I look. I do. I'm not saying it's a good movie. Do not get me wrong. The second one is absolute garbage, but the first one, it's a guilty movie pleasure of mine. I understand why people don't like it. I'm not faulting you. I'm not criticizing saying you didn't understand it. I understand why you don't like this movie. I just do. It's as far as the 2010s comedy, comparing it to what has come out since then, the Jack and Jill, Grown Ups 2, Just Go With It, all those kinds of movies. I like this movie. Hacksaw Ridge, the Harry Potter 8 movie collection, The Hateful Eight, Hell or High Water, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Hook. I love this movie. It's one of those movies that if you grew up with it, you may like it more than if you watch it for the first time as like an adult. It's one of those movies. I don't know. It hit me at the right age, and I guess nostalgia has. I can see some problems with the movie and all, but I love it. I love it. Robin Williams. Oh man. Rest in peace. One of my favorite of his movies. Not necessarily not necessarily one of his best, uh, but it's one of my favorites. That and Jumanji, which I unfortunately don't have yet. But yeah, Hook. I love it. Bangarang. Again, one of these movies where I just love it. It's not a good movie in terms of writing and all that kind of stuff. Impractical Jokers, the movie. I love the Impractical Jokers. uh, they never fail to make me laugh. Every single video, every single show episode, the movie, it just very very entertaining from start to finish. Like I talked about with Django Unchained, where I mentioned two other movies in Tarantino's lineup that I fight with myself, which is the best. Django Unchained and Inglourious Bastards. And there's another one that I'll mention later on in this video. Interstellar. It Chapter 2. Jaws. Jeepers Creepers. Jeff Dunham, Unhinged in Hollywood. John Wick. And John Wick Chapter 2. I don't have the third one yet. I'll get it eventually, but I'm waiting for a little bit of a better deal than what I'm seeing right now. Joker, Jungle Book, 2016, Jurassic Park, The Karate Kid, the original, Kubo and the Two Strings, Lego Batman movie. I don't know why the crap it says rental down here, because I bought the daggum thing. I don't remember if I bought it through Best Buy or Walmart, to be honest with y'all. I bought it through one of them, and for some reason it has rental on the bottom, so I never understood that. Lego movie. Should have got nominated for Best Animated Feature. I'm sorry. Letters from Iwo Jima. Something I don't honestly don't know. Apologize. Lone Survivor. I believe this was my first rated R movie I had ever seen in the theaters by myself. Now, what has been called the best action movie ever made, as according to Sean Edwards from Fox TV, Mad Max Fury Road. Now, I like Mad Max Fury Road. It's uh, it's not the best action movie ever made. It's pretty overrated in my opinion. I still like it. Still a good movie, but I wouldn't put it that high personally. I wouldn't nominate it for Best Picture. My opinion. Man of Steel. Matrix. I believe that Darius, my good friend Darius from Scooter Tube, had gotten this for me. Moana. Uh, I've said a little bit in that ranking of the Disney movies that the first time I saw this movie, I didn't really care for it. And it wasn't until the second time I rewatched it in preparation for that ranking video that I actually did really like it. Uh, I've seen it a third time since then. Uh, I still do not like the crab, whatever the daggum name is. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just don't care at all about that whole entire the song. I don't care about the crab scene at all. Other than that, love this movie. Now this may be one of, if not my personal favorite of Robin Williams. I know I did say that for Hook, but I honestly forgot about this movie. Uh, Mrs. Doubtfire. I mean, this movie I saw for the first time when my parents had gotten a divorce when I was 6 or 7 years old. So ever since then, this movie just hit home for me. The performances, the comedy, not really open ending, but the kind of bittersweet ending that everything's gonna be okay. Yeah, this may actually be my favorite Robin Williams movie now that I think about it. Yeah, if you haven't seen this movie, even if you haven't gone through a divorce or had divorced parents or anything like that, just an entertaining, funny, heartwarming, at times sad movie. Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. Nightcrawler. This should have gotten nominated for Best Picture and possibly even have won Best Picture that year, 2014. I don't remember what gummy. Actually, let me look it up. Okay, I'm looking this up. Best Picture, Birdman, winner, American Sniper, Boyhood, Grand Budapest Hotel, Imitation Game, Selma, Theory of Everything, Whiplash. Yeah, this definitely should have gotten a nomination at the very least. I would have taken out either American Sniper or Selma, if I'm being completely honest. I know some people with the diversity complaint. I didn't really care for Selma. I like it was fine. I didn't really love it. I didn't think it was anything special. I've only seen it one time, to be fair. Uh, but yeah, this was next level writing, directing, acting, all across the board. Should have gotten nominated. Oliver and Company. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Mel Gibson in The Patriot. Patriots Day. Another one of the movies that I haven't seen yet. Phantom Thread. The Princess Bride, the 30th anniversary. Prisoners. Oh man, this movie. You see, I will say this is a very well written, all that kind of stuff, well acted, directed. Um, but I'm gonna warn you that if you have children or you're planning on having children in the future, you may not want to watch this movie until they graduate or they move out because This movie's gonna make you paranoid. The Purge. Ready Player One. I actually haven't seen this yet. It's one of the many movies. I don't know what the percentage is of the movies that I have seen versus the ones that I haven't seen that I have in my collection, but this is one of the movies that I just haven't gotten around to watching yet. Remember the Titans. Now, I love this movie. It's Denzel Washington, great. I love this movie. I know it's got like a 40 or so percent on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know why it's that low. If you're one of those people that think it's like a bad movie or that low, comment down below and explain it to me, because this is a very underrated movie in my opinion. In times where in this country where this country is divided, blacks versus whites, as far as the media will tell you, it's very important movie that everybody needs to see. Reservoir Dogs. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. War for the Planet of the Apes. Disney's Robin Hood. Oh man, I know a lot of people hate this movie, but I liked it. Rush Hour. I loved the first one. The second one I could do without. The third one, it had its moments, but the first Rush Hour movie, I'm a huge fan of it. The Sandlot. I love I love this movie. I grew up with it. It for I don't remember how many years, but because of this movie, I played baseball for 8 years or so before I just stopped because I sucked at it really. Um, but yeah, because of this movie, I played baseball all the freaking time. Probably, again, don't quote me on this. This is just going off the top of my head. Probably my favorite baseball movie. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Again, one of those movies I just haven't gotten around to watching. I've heard so many good things about it, so just haven't gotten around to watching it. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. 7. Shaun of the Dead. The Shining. I love The Shining. It probably is my favorite Stanley Kubrick movie. Probably my favorite Jack Nicholson movie. I go back and forth between this and Psycho as being my favorite of the horror movies. Favorite horror movie of all time. I love this movie. It is, as far as I'm concerned, near perfect. The Simpsons movie. Sinister. Slumdog Millionaire. Very underrated. Sorcerer's Apprentice. Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Spirited Away. Split. Stand By Me. The only of the sequel trilogy that I have so far. I'm going to get all of them, even the Rise of Skywalker, which is the only one that I hated. I'm a bit of a completionist, so, but The Force Awakens, it's all right. It's not bad, not great. It's okay. Ted, the unrated version of Ted, which I actually haven't seen the unrated. I've seen the theatrical twice now. I've seen the second one. It had its moments, but it was nowhere near as funny and entertaining as the first one. One of the best comedies of the 2010s. Terminator. Tombstone. The Town. Toy Story. Toy Story 2. Unforgiven. Unfriended. Dark Web. Usual Suspects. Waterboy. Wedding Crashers. West Side Story. I actually haven't seen this movie, but I know it's supposed to be basically like Romeo and Juliet, so I'm curious. I'm not a fan of musicals, but I've heard so many great things about this movie. Similar things to like Sound of Music and Singing in the Rain, which are two of the only very few musicals that I actually loved. So I'm curious to watch this. This is one of those movies where it's, if you guys want me to do a review, comment down below and let me know. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, a movie that I have only seen once before, and I haven't seen it since I got it on Blu-ray. The Witch, Wizard of Oz, Wolf of Wall Street, Wonder Woman, World War Z, Zombieland. Not as good as Shaun of the Dead, but still, I haven't seen Zombieland Double Tap. Heard mixed things about it, so I don't know. I'm sure I'll watch it eventually because I do really enjoy Zombieland. But yeah, Zombieland, it was very entertaining. All right, and that's all of my Blu-rays. God, that lasted forever. Now for a shorter little chapter, shall we say. The DVDs I have far less of. The actual regular DVDs I have less of. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Haven't actually seen this movie. It's one of those movies. It's on my watch list. I'm a huge fan of Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, and I've been told that both of the games borrowed some elements from Good, Bad, the Ugly, and so I don't know. It's the 50th anniversary edition, um, but yeah, it's just one of those movies I just haven't gotten around to watching, but I'm sure I'll love it. Lord of the Rings, the 3 film collection. I want the theatrical versions. I want to upgrade to a Blu-rays of the extended edition, but I'm just waiting for the price to go down. But until then, the Lord of the Rings theatricals, they're all-time great movies. Probably my favorite movie trilogy ever. Married with Children, the complete series. This is a show that would not work at all today, but I love it. I had actually first got introduced to this show by a YouTube video with the best insults of Al Bundy's best insults or whatever. And I laughed. It was funny. Um, it was back in the day where we can laugh at each other. The stuff that I've seen of Married with Children, I love. Shazam. I love this movie. The Zachary Levi, the I don't know what to say about this movie. It was entertaining start to finish. The Shrek Ultimate Collection. It's got all 6 of the movies: Shrek, Shrek 2, Shrek the Third, Forever After, Puss in Boots, Shrek the Musical, which I've never seen, but judging by these little pictures on this back of the cover, it is absolutely terrifying. I'm on focus. Focus. It's not. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. But I put a picture clearer than what that is going to show. But it's got 10 shorts and 5 TV episodes, which I've only seen Shrek 1, 2, 3, and 4. I haven't seen Puss in Boots. I haven't seen the musical. I haven't seen the 10 shorts or the 5 TV episodes. So I'm curious how those are going to turn out. But Shrek, the first 3 I like. The 4th one, granted, I haven't seen in a long time. I remember not really caring for it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 4-film collection, has got the original 90 movie, The Secret of the Ooze, Turtles 3, and TMNT, the 2007 animated movie. The 90 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. Secret of the Ooze was good. It had its moments, but it had its problems. The third, just everything about that movie. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but I remember as a kid not really caring for it. I remember the costumes were a complete downgrade from the second one. The time travel aspect, I like time travel in movies, but I don't. It just didn't. I don't know. The third had its moments, um, but I remember it having more negatives than positives. The original that TMNT animated movie, it was it was okay. It wasn't anything special, but it was the last decent Turtles movie. Dracula, the complete legacy. It's got Dracula in 1931, Dracula's daughter, son of Dracula, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, uh, the Wolfman, the Mummy, Frankenstein, and the creature from the Black Lagoon. It's all the monster movies, Universal monster movies. I thought I had gotten the Invisible Man, but I guess that's the one that I didn't. I could have sworn I got that one as well. But the only one that I have seen, the only two that I've seen actually so far, is the original Dracula and the original Frankenstein. Yeah, that was my entire Blu-ray and DVD collection that I've been building 3 years now, 4 years. Whenever I started, I don't really remember if I'm being completely honest. And that's my collection. Thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that like button if you want any of these, whether it's Married with Children, which I think that's the only show. Yeah, that's the only show that I have. If you want a review of this or any of the movies that I had talked about, comment down below and let me know of what you want a review of, and I'll get on that as soon as I can. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Like me on Facebook, JimAsh27. Follow me on. I'm so used to saying follow me on Twitter, even though I've already said that I'm stopping Twitter. Instagram, JMash_97. Letterboxd, JMash97. Yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks you guys for watching. Mash out.